I am so serious right now. I have never been more serious in my life. Would you believe that if I actually said it? Like said that with my chest and believed it myself? I don't know if I could, because in all honesty, I'm not serious right now. Does anything about me look serious right now? Like, really think about it. And you may be thinking, Philip, what are you doing? Why are you posting this? Why do you look like that? And I sat back for a sec right before starting. I said, well, am I really about to do this? And here's the thing, right? Here's what I'm thinking. I think a lot of us take ourselves way too seriously. We think we are more important than we are. We think our actions have more impact than they do. And because of that, we second guess every little thing about our lives. I've always loved this grounding thought that I hear and I remind myself of, that we are just one out of 8 billion on a tiny planet. This planet is one of a few planets in a solar system, and the solar system is one of like so many. I'm talking about like millions and billions and trillions within a galaxy, and there's millions and billions and trillions and however many more galaxies out there. And it's just crazy. It's crazy for me to think about the fact that I think me, one person, is that important, that I can't mess up, that I can't be silly and have fun, I can't be goofy. Heck no! I don't listen to that. So this is what this is. Just being like, I came home, was tired, right? I was out of the house for like 14 hours or something like that. And this shirt felt too tight on me. And I said, I'm taking it off. And I didn't have anywhere to put it. So I wrapped it around my head. Why? Why? Because it's not that serious. It is not that deep. It's okay to just mess around and have fun. So for today, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm actually going to take this off just a little because it is okay, actually, no, I could do that and leave it on. I was about to take it off because it was choking me a little. I really had it on tight. But I'm going to change my glasses real quick because I can't see. Not in those. These are prescription. Those are not, and sunglasses. And I'm inside. And you know what? I'm going to keep going with this video. It's going to be a long one. Probably not. Until I finish organizing these rainbow loom bands. So join me for just a moment. So you got these. We actually have a whole bag of them. But just organizing it a little bit at a time. But back to the point that I was saying. We are not that serious. We're not. You're not. I'm not. And I genuinely wonder, how often do you take the time to just let loose and have fun? And I mean genuinely let loose. You know, I'm not talking about that type of, oh, I'm going to like relax on the weekend and that just becomes like you doing errands or something like that. No, I mean like genuinely like doing something that makes you laugh out loud, that makes you giggle really, really hard. When was the last time you giggled? Have you thought about that? Have you giggled recently? I don't know. I don't know about you, but I giggle all the time. I have a lot of very, very helpful friends for that. These friends of mine, they giggle all the time. They giggle all the time, which helps me giggle all the time. Because I also have a lot of other friends that, well, they're great for serious talks. They're great for making big moves in life, because those are, of course, important too. But you gotta have a balance, man. A broken one. You gotta have this balance, and balance does not mean even, and balance is also not static. It's not stagnant. It doesn't stay the same. Balance, well, maybe I should use a different word. I like using the word flow, right? Rather than being in a state of quote unquote balance, which for me feels like more like a balance beam, like there's like a middle point that doesn't change. I like this idea of flowing from one mode to another, from one place to another. And there's seasons in my life where it's very important for me to be serious, right? It may be most hours of my work days. Like I need to lock in. I have a job to do. I need to do what I gotta do, and I do it, right? And at the same time, there comes a point where I'm just talking to another regular person. They're not looking for me to do a certain set of tasks. They're not looking for me to do anything really. Instead, they're just looking to interact with me. And when I interact with them, I want to be a very special version of myself. I want to be me. I want to be the me that laughs, that giggles, that has fun. I want to be the me that makes jokes and smiles and just feels love for the world. It's easy to be serious and forget about a lot of these emotions and stuff like that. And, I say that, but maybe it's easy for me because I've grown up learning and knowing how to compartmentalize, how to, separate these modes of mind. Whatever the case may be, whether you're similar in that way or not, it exists. It's a real thing. To varying degrees, we are all able to switch modes and go from serious to playful. And I just have found a pattern with a lot of people where they don't switch back all that easily, all that often, right? Once they get upset, like once they hear that one thing on the news that bothers them, or they see that one video or get that one text or whatever it is, it's like their entire day is over. And I'm not about that. I'm really not. Like you're getting stream of consciousness type flow right now. Because actually doing two things at once means I can't think too hard about what I'm saying, but I do got stuff on my mind. You know what I mean? Oh, we all do. We all do. We all got stuff on our mind. We're all just trying. You're trying, right? I'd assume you are. I mean, why else would you be here? Why else would you be here? Like, there's so many other things you could be doing right now, but you're listening to me as I organize rainbow loom bands for no reason, really, other than, one day I want to actually, make a bracelet with them. Oh my god, look at this. They're like, zoom in, lock in. See that? They're tied together. Cringe. Can't believe that would happen. Oof. And there I go, distracted again. I love you. I do. And you know what? I realized? I don't say it enough in person. There's actually times that people say it and I get nervous in person because I don't want people thinking the wrong thing or whatever. But why are you worrying? I'm talking to myself right now. Why am I worrying about what other people think? I know what I mean when I say it. And I could always explain what I mean if they get confused and ask questions. But ultimately, saying something like I love you, at the very least, spreads love. You ever think about how simple that is? Spreads love. Why do you need an excuse or a reason to spread love rather than just doing it, rather than just experiencing it? Dude, the amount of shades of these different colors, is actually crazy. Because, I think it's oh, maybe this is just a discolored one, but then I find multiple of them, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. These are actually looking quite similar. Quite similar, if you ask me. Oh my gosh, should I make a rainbow out of these? Probably. Princess. So, back to the important point at hand. Are you taking yourself too seriously right now? You've just heard me go on this rant. You've been watching me organize these little rubber bands. And are you still questioning how serious you gotta be? right? Are you questioning that right now? Be so honest with me. And do you want to continue that way? If you are still being too serious right now, do you want to continue being that way? Or do you want to do something different? Are you ready to do something different? Because I know that the world is ready for that when you are. When you're ready to let go, not try to have control, take it easy, have fun, live life with a smile on your face, and just accept whatever comes your way. Life is trying to guide you down whatever path it wants you down. And I promise you it will be worth it. Like, your path may look so different from what you're on right now, and you won't know until you listen to it and you accept it and you do it. But I do know that it will work out the way it's supposed to. It might take time. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be an overnight process. That's red. But what I am saying is that at the end, you will look back and see how all these puzzle pieces have come together, connected, and it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Ooh, my arm is actually getting a little bit tired from just like hovering in the air. What's that? That's a little queen. A little queen. Some of these are getting kind of interesting, actually. What do we got here? A different green. We got greens. What? So the reason I'm doing this, actually, because you actually may be wondering this deeper now more than ever, is because I had someone on a video on Spotify from and I mean old, this might have been audio only, ask for a rainbow loom tutorial when I talked about doing rainbow loom. I think I just talked about having a rainbow loom bracelet on. And that was one of those surrendering moments where I was like, you know what? I could be like, no, that's too silly. But why say that when I could just let go and do it? Why resist when I can just... Are these different shades? Guys, I can't tell. These actually might be different shades. Oh, I could just... Oh, I could tell now. Oh, I've locked in. Anyways, they want a rainbow loom tutorial, right? And so I told my friend about that. And she goes, oh, I have a rainbow loom set you could borrow and do the tutorial with. Because I don't have mine. Mine is long gone. And so I was like, all right, bet. That's what I'm going to do. And now here we are, right? We've made it this far. And you may be wondering, Philip, how are you organizing those? They don't look that different. I promise you, they are so different. They're so different to the point that I have locked in Larry is what they used to call me back in my glory days, right? So let me know in the comments down below if you would like to call me Locked In Larry. I'll put it in my bio somewhere, in some place. So this is what we got going on. Got a little color scheme going. Actually, while we're at it, you know what? I said I was gonna... You guys are probably gonna call me out for this nonsense right here. This is not organized. Philip, you silly lad. You silly lad trying to tomfoolery with this. No way. I'm so locked in on finishing this. This is actually going a little bit longer than I expected it to, and honestly, I find it funny. And I find it kind of funny. Oops, that's a rough song. Are you just a different one? Tell me you're what? What? Are you just a different one too? These might be two different ones. Incredible. These are all the same. Right. So we got a little bit of this. We got a little bit of this. 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 We got some sparkly ones here. I'll be with you in just a second. Well, let me fix this camera. So be honest with me. How serious do you want to be? Like, be so for real right now. Like, how serious do you want to be? Because I'm telling you right now, you don't need to be all that serious. You don't. You don't. The world's not calling for that right now. You can be later. But right now, how can you laugh? Just once. Just once. Just this once. Okay? Commit to it. Decide how you're going to smile. Decide who you're going to reach out to so you could laugh. All right? And who knows, maybe you won't laugh together. Maybe it's actually a calling for you to reach out to that special person for another special reason. I don't know. I don't know. And I do care, but I don't know. Be serious when you need to. Be loving always. And practice laughing. Practice laughing a little every once in a while. You know what I mean? So until next time. Because I will call it right here. I said it. I'd finish doing that, and I'd finish. Just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.